concept that Earth's crust moves around, rubs together, and pulls apart seems obvious now. I mean, just look at it. But as recently as 50 years ago, thinking the continents had ever actually moved from their current locations would have gotten you laughed out of any serious scientific meeting. The notion of moving continents all started with Alfred Wegener. He noticed the continents appeared to fit together almost perfectly like a jigsaw puzzle. And if they used to fit together, that means they must have somehow moved apart. This led him to introduce a new idea, continental drift. The snug fit of coastlines wasn't the only evidence that the continents were all once joined together in a giant landmass all nice and cozy. Wegener noticed fossils of certain animals had been found in Antarctica, India, and Africa. How did the same animal end up all over the world? Before, geologists thought land bridges had connected the continents and were now submerged or eroded away, or else they swam. Remains of an ancient fern had also been found on 5 continents, and ferns definitely can't swim. It just didn't make sense. That wasn't all. The same types of rocks and mountains lined up continuously between continents. It was a convincing body of evidence suggesting that continents moved around during Earth's history. So obviously, Wegener was celebrated and awarded for this brilliant idea, right? Well, more like the opposite. One paleontologist called his theory Germanic pseudoscience. He was ridiculed around the world for delirious ravings. The reason for all the hate was no one could see how continents might move. Did the rotation of the Earth create enough centrifugal force to move them? Was it the tides? These forces weren't strong enough to move entire continents. Wegener was never able to convince other scientists before he died on an expedition to Greenland in 1930. At only 50 years old, he never knew the fate of his ideas. In 1929, Arthur Holmes showed thermal convection in the mantle could create enough of a current to move the continental crust on top of it.